Well, due to situations beyond my control, the internet just went away. But I went down and restarted the modem. I don't know. Technology sucks. They can't get their act together. The problem is, to justify somebody's job, they have to be down there turning knobs. Leave it alone. It's working. Leave it alone. God, ridiculous. Well, we'll see about see if anybody comes in on this one. If not, then I'll just shut her down. Let me go back to this. Somebody did come in. Like I say, sorry about that. I have no control over the internet. Wasn't anything I did. It's either YouTube or Spectrum One. I can't tell you. Could be the hackers going on. Hackers. Yeah, we got two, so somebody came back. I'll wait till more people get in. I'll explain what happened again. Of course, I don't know what happened. Everything is just like the magic smoke in electric airplanes. You know, you let the smoke out, they don't work no more. Anybody figure out how to get the smoke back in a motor, let me know. Oh, got a pinhole. I see a pinhole there. I'll have to address that with a drop of dope. Fortunately, it's on the bottom. OK&S soap span. Didn't used to get them pinholes. And yes, you got to stand in the open bay. Stay off the edges. The Zen of Sanding. Kia ora. It's at 12:30. $12.30. Kia ora son. What time is it? Kia ora son. Hey, Frog. Go, Sparky, go. Oh, it'll be sprayed. I'm on my, that was the last brush coat that's going to go on this wing. Now, I haven't done it yet on this channel, but I'm going to eventually. An airplane can be sprayed with a bug sprayer. You know, if you want perfection, of course, a good spray gun is recommended. But in a pinch, you could use one of those old pump bug sprayers with a can on the bottom if you're willing to sand. Because all you're looking for is a delivery method to get the paint on the wood. Because the finish is in the sanding. There's not quite enough paint on this to make it shine. But I'd say if I wanted to put 3 or 4 sprayed coats of clear on here and I wanted to sit down and sand it, I could make it shine. Clear, shine. Okay. You hear that? Smooth as a baby bottom. Of course, this will be sanded another 10 times before paint. We'll get the initial, knock the initial lumps off this thing. Now listen to this paper. It'll tell me when it's time to stop sanding. You hear it change tone? Any questions, guys? Anything you want to know? Like Rico asking about the best finish for intermediate, advanced, expert. I think Alan Brickhouse used to get 16 or 17 points for his airplane. And while that doesn't sound like a whole lot, it's enough to be competitive. Shit, I'm not competitive with 19 points. You only fly 5 flights before the Nats. I think Matt Newman used to burn a pallet of fuel before the Nats. And the best I ever flew was the year and I've made top 20 a few times, but the best I ever flew was the year I was 21st. I just got outflown by Phil Granderson, third of a point. All it takes is one judge to have a hard-on for you, and you're done. The low judge runs the meet. Anybody says different, full of crap. Frog Martin says, I can't read it way over there. Maybe I ought to turn on this I'll turn this on so I can see without getting up. I'll be right with you, Frog. These old eyes don't see that good across the room. I need to get some what do they call them things? Let's see. I need some binocular glasses. That's what I need. Let's go. Current live stream. There we are. 3 watching. No, I don't want that. Skip ads. Do you have to pre-coat the wood any before you monocoat? Yes and no. On those monocoat airplanes I showed you, I did not pre-coat the wood. Monocoat sells some stuff called Stix-It, and you paint it on and sand it, and then stick the monocoat down. And that's kind of a preparation for the monocoat. But what I did was the same thing I'm doing here. Is I just sanded the crap out of the wood. I made it so super smooth. I sanded down to 600 on those monocoat jobs, and then monocoated over the top of that. And you know, whatever's underneath is going to show on a monocoat job. So you better make sure your woodwork is dead on. Because with this, if I make a mistake like I did on a cap strip on the bottom, where I left one cap strip high, I took it must be the other side. Yeah. This cap strip right here was high, and I could feel it. My mistake was already covered. What are you going to do? I sanded through the covering and brought the cap strip down flush and then put a patch over the top of that. There's no doing that with monocoat. So with the dope finish, it's pretty forgiving. You can basically save your screw ups. With a monocoat finish, you better have it right on the first time. Of course, then there's guys who monocoat airplanes and they're happy with how they look, whether they're super slick or not. So, you know, it depends on you. Are you going to be happy? You're the only guy you have to please. Now, Bruce Jennings, he has an Aries. It's beautiful. Clear monocoat on the wings and a painted fuselage. I think he gets 18 or 19 points for that, and it's well deserved. It's a good job. These guys that downgrade a finish just because it's one thing or another, it ain't right. Monocoat, a good monocoat job is not an easy thing to do. If you want to know how to monocoat, probably you ought to watch an RC channel, because them guys really know how to monocoat. I just do what I know how to do, dope and tissue. And I got polyspan. I got a roll of polyspan up there. It's great stuff. You know, but it's a 2-ounce weight penalty. And once you figure that out, you'll go, well, we'll leave that off. Two cars driving down the road. One's a Cadillac, one's a Volkswagen. Immediate turns. You say, okay, turn now. Which one do you think is going to turn faster, Volkswagen or the Cadillac? So one weighs half as much. Another thing, engine weight. Engine weight to go around the corner. Where can I? Let's see. These are the beams here. This is a beam. You got a 10-inch nose, and you got a 13-ounce engine out on the end of that nose, and this is the center of gravity, and you try to lever it up. How much force does it take? And then choke up on that with the same 10-ounce nose and try to lever it up. Half as much if you choke up on it, 50%. So in order to get those good, and there's another thing too. I'm no Brett Buck, and I'm no aerospace engineer, but I built enough airplanes to know that clock time is no good. So these guys are running 17, 18, 19, 20, 22-inch tail moments. They're trying to turn that heavy weight around the corner using leverage. You really enjoy my thanks, Free Flight. I watched your unboxing video. Hope you're not going to try to get that back in the box. You'll have to hire a Chinese girl to put it back in there. Anyway, where was I at? Oh, long tails. We're flying along and you make a turn. That long tail has to turn around the corner. Clock time. If you watch a combat wing, the elevator's right on the trailing edge, and it'll just turn over itself. So obviously it's going to do a square a whole lot quicker. Now there's a trade-off. Length. This is the Galdini barbell effect. The farther you stretch this out, the farther you got to stretch that out. The more weight you put over here, the more weight you got to put over there, and it just becomes a seesaw. So the ideal situation for me is to make the nose short enough that I can get it close to the center of gravity, so it'll go around the corner and make the tail long enough to balance the nose. So I try to run anywhere between a 9 3/4. I got an 8 3/4 nose on that one over there, the Supermarine. A 9 3/4 nose and a 10-inch nose. So anything over 10, you got guys going 11 and 12 on the electrics, and that they're looking to get rid of the hunting. And then Bob's put on these gurney flaps or whatever you call them things. And that's nothing new either, but everything's a trade-off. So if you don't have to do all that and you just build the airplane with all that crap, the widget dog turds sitting up here and the taped hinge lines and all that. Less weight, less weight, less weight. And that cures a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Inertia is a bad dude. Inertia will put a piece of straw through a 2x4 in a hurricane. Anything? Ain't no way that'll go through. Oh yeah, it will. So now, basically what this is all about detail sanding. Now I have some errands I have to do today. I'm going to, I just came back to apologize for the internet screwing up. Got some errands to do, and I'm going to be back fiberglassing later on this afternoon. We'll get that taken care of. I still got to grind a little bit on the nose ring on that to make it match perfect before I glass it, or I'll be sanding through the glass. And you don't want to do any reshaping after you start finishing, because then you end up with a problem like I had over there. There we go. Use your hands, because you'll be able to feel it more than you can see it. Okay, I will stay 8 minutes more, so I get a half hour in here. How long are you going to be in St. Louis? Probably till Sunday. Then I go back. I got to be back here on the 8th. So I'll spend another week next month here. It takes trippage. I had a whole car full. Had a whole car full of stuff, and I got to make it. I got to make about, I'd say, another 5 trips without the trailer, and with the trailer, I could probably do it in 3. I don't know, but my car won't pull that trailer completely loaded down. It's only got a 1,500-pound towing capacity. I basically got that trailer to tow model airplanes, and model airplanes don't weigh anything. Yep, I'm real happy with this. It's come out really nice. Double covered in the center. Compression part. This right here has two layers of silk span, right dead in the center. Why is that? Do you live in St. Louis, Steve? I used to belong to Lafayette Escadrille. I don't get the newsletter anymore. I haven't paid dues in years. Booter Park's become a hassle to fly at. North Texas. That's where I need to move, is Texas. I lived in Texas for a while. Austin. Lake Travis, actually. That's before it was woke. But if I were to do it again, I'd probably move to Dallas. I think that's where the Moons live. Yeah, I like hot. You gotta remember, I'm from the desert. And here I am in the snow. I am from the desert. 120 in the shade desert. Max. Oh, we wanted to see what it weighed. How much weight did I put on this thing in finish so far? Of course, it'll gas off a little because the last coat was wet. We'll see. Not much though. So this thing gained it gained 2 ounces. It's at 14 ounces now. But we're still in there. We're still in the lightweight range. I had, like I said, I had that Viper, 48-ounce Viper, that the wing was 16 finished, but it had paint on it, so. It is what it is. I mean, I only got the wood that's so light, and I've left parts off. There's not much I can do. Yeah, I would be fine there. Trust me. When I was in Lake Travis, I was a greenskeeper mechanic for one of the golf courses. And part of my job was to backlap the gang moors. And this gang mower came in, and I was laying down there setting up the machine to backlap these reels. And this centipede came out of there. He had to be 18 inches to 2 foot long, about 1 inch wide. He had a green body, red legs, and blue eyes. I had never seen a centipede like that. Centipedes I saw were, about that long. This thing came out of there, and I jumped up. I was hooting and hollering. I took a square blade shovel and I cut him into three positions, into 3 parts, and all 3 parts went different directions. So they got bugs there in Texas, big ones. Then I looked in the bushes around behind the shop, and there was a big hairy spider there. Well, me being from the desert, I'm used to tarantulas, big. They're not really spiders; they're arachnoids, rodent. And anyway, I looked in there and I saw this big old spider, and I poked it with a stick to see what it would do. And 10 million babies came out, and it went down to a little tiny spider, but it had a big wad of babies hanging on its abdomen. You can have the bugs in Florida and Texas. Florida, when my grandparents lived there, we went to Tarpon Springs, and I used to fish off the bridge. We did Dunedin Bridge. We snagged mullet there, but I'd fish in these canals. And I caught an eel, 3-foot eel, and I brought it home. My grandfather hit it in the head with a hammer, and we threw it out. But anyway, if you go there, you take these, I think they're locusts or something. They're a big fat grasshopper about 3 inches long and about yay big around, and nothing like I ever saw either. But you take those and you throw them in the water, and the garfish will eat it, and then the crocodile will eat the garfish. I saw that a bunch of times. So lots of bugs in Texas, Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Lots of bugs. They don't have a winter to kill them off. Lots of bugs. All right. Sorry about the internet problem we had. We'll see you later on this afternoon. Come back for some fiberglassing. Bare winds, tight lines. See ya.